The race towards modernity is slowly taking its toll on the environment. There are more than 7 million cars on the road in Malaysia today, and at least 40% of these cars are over 11 years old. With problems such as breakdowns, faulty parts and emission of fumes and gases, these aged vehicles impose risk not only to other users on the road but the environment at large. ELVs, or end-of-the-life vehicles, are any vehicle that has come to the end of its useful life. In Europe, for example, it contributes 8 to 9 million tons of waste annually. With this vehicle disposal system, not only is the road being kept safe, parts of cars can now be recovered and reused based on the 4R concept: reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. A responsible manufacturer is one that cares about its vehicles from the start to the end, from the fabrication stage right to the disposal of each car. Together with UEM Environment, car manufacturers can now work towards a sustainable future. The ELV facility was built in a span of 9 months. Starting with the design phase in July, construction began in October 2008, and by June 2009, the plant is running at full capacity. The process of dealing with ELVs is professionally executed according to highest standards that meet safety and environmental requirement. The layout of the plant has been designed to maximize space efficiency and allow for the smooth flow of the whole process. Firstly, the ELVs are brought over to the plant. A preliminary inspection is done on the documents, chassis and engine numbers. Details are checked to verify ownership. This leads to the pre-depollution stage, and it begins with the removal of the battery. The wheels and lead balances are necked along with any parts containing mercury. The vehicle is then transferred onto the depollution rig. The depollution stage is another essential cog in the process and has to be compliant to the highest standard. These methods are essential in reducing risk of land contamination and air pollution. UEM Environment assures full compliance with the European Union standard. The depollution stage involves draining of engine oil and removal of oil filter, transmission oil, including the rear differential, fuel tank, coolant, brake fluid, catalyst, shock absorbers or removal of suspension fluid, replacing drain plugs and fitting the plastic stoppers, degassing of air conditioning unit, draining of brake and clutch reservoir, power steering reservoir, washer bottle. All fluids in the vehicle are removed. Different pumps are used for different types of fluids, and it all goes into a separate storage tank. Then the dismantling begins. Removal of airbags, radiator and fan, aircon fan and compressor, brake pump, drive shaft, absorber and suspension axle, dismantling of gearbox, removal of starter, alternator, engine block, bumper, seats, dashboard and plastic materials, carpet. Next, known as the chassis scrapping stage. The chassis undergoes a preparation process where it is cut into pieces using a mobile shear crane. Cautious steps are taken to ensure that the risk of explosion is eliminated. The parts which have been removed will then be categorized as either usable or not. Storing the recyclable parts is also important and needs to be done safely. Engines are stored on shelves, while tires and rims are kept at suitable areas. Disposed fluids are left in the tanks until qualified vendors drain it out for recycling. UEM Environment aims to make vehicle dismantling and recycling more friendly and to set clear quantified targets for reusing, recycling and recovery of vehicles and their components towards a proper vehicle deregistration process and the rejuvenation of the automotive industry. UEM Environment, the greener environmental solution.